Sai Anita.
Sai Ram.
Welcome to a series called Moments in Time, and we're excited to be here in your lovely, lovely home just outside Nashville, Tennessee. So, welcome first of all, and Sai Ram.
Thank you. Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. First thing I'd like to ask people is to talk a little bit about how you came to Swami, or how your family came to Swami, if you're part of a Sai family.
Yes.
Do you have any story in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with both my parents, Sathya Sai Baba devotees. Started with Shirdi Baba and then evolved to Sathya Sai Baba. And, growing up, you listen to your parents. And if they say, this is God, okay, this is God, until you have your own story and your own realization. And so, we grew up with bhajans. My father sang bhajans. And so, we did the same. And just, it's what you're supposed to do. So you don't, our generation, we didn't question parents. We just did whatever they said.
A different generation.
Very different generation.
Okay.
But then in 1989, my father and I went to Puttaparthi together. And that was both of our ever first trip to Puttaparthi. And to see Swami in his live form. And that's when everything changed for me. Inside. I was about 13, 14 years old at the time, maybe.
Okay.
And my father, in the morning at that time, the men had an opportunity, not all of them, but many of them were called to come inside the mandir to sing bhajans.
Okay.
And in the evenings, the ladies went.
Okay.
And there was a group from Toronto that was kind of going, and we didn't officially belong to the Toronto Science Center, but my father was able to go in, and I saw him go in, and I'm like, oh my God, my dad got to go in. And then I heard him sing on the speaker, and I'm like, that's my father singing,
wow.
Bhajans. And he says he was just feet away from Swami, like just a couple of feet away. And like a second, I think he said, if I remember correctly, about the second or the third row. So very close. And Swami sat pretty close inside it. And I never got to see the inside at the time.
Okay.
And I was so excited because they said the ladies go in the evening, and we were going to fly back that evening, that late night from Bangalore. So my father comes out of Darshan. We all come out of Darshan. We're standing right outside, inside the gate. We're still inside the premises, but outside of the Darshan. There wasn't a hall as it is today. But my father says, I got an inexpensive cab that will take us back now.
Okay.
And I said, you said we were going to leave after darshans in the evening. And he says, yes, but this is like half the price. It's like really cheap. And I said, but what about my darshan? But my father was so full. He, his cup was really full. He was on cloud 9. And he's like, oh, it's okay. You got to see him, right? But there's a part of me that said, this is so unfair. Like, I was going to get to have my chance.
Sure.
And right then, we're rushed aside. They're like, move to the side. Swami's car's coming.
Okay.
Swami's coming. And we just turned to the side. We're all standing on the line. And there you have it. Swami is sitting in the back. He's not sitting in the front. He's sitting in the back, and he's sitting on this side. And he's locked his eyes with me, and he's waving goodbye. And as the car is moving, he is still locked eyes with me, waving goodbye to me. And then my father turns and he says, okay, fine. I'll cancel the guy. And I said, no, I'm fine. He's like, what happened to you? I'm like, Swami just said goodbye to me. He looked at me. I got my one-on-one there, and I felt so full because he just listened to me inside in that moment, whatever this little girl's wish was. And it really brought me to a point where he listens. You just have to say it from here and not from here.
Sure.
And it's going to come true. And so that's kind of where I really felt like a huge shift. And then time moves on, and I'm, that girl who wants to listen to her father and mother and, just kind of follow the books. And I'm not a rule breaker, but I fall in love with my husband.
Sure.
So we're dating, and both of our families, my in-laws as well as, my parents, are not really happy with the relationship. I was also very young. And I wrote a letter to Swami. My mother's friend was leaving for Puttaparthi.
Okay.
And so...
How old were you at this time?
I am probably 16, 17
Okay.
now. Or maybe 18 now.
Okay.
And so I send this letter with my mom's friend. And in it, basically, I wrote that, Swami, if you accept this letter, it helps me to know that I should continue with the relationship. And if you reject this letter, if you don't take the letter, then I'm going to pull back, because I always felt guilty for hurting my parents and not listening to them. My mother's friend comes back from Puttaparthi, and she tells my mom, she says, he took your daughter's letter. And she says, I was trying to give my letter first. And Swami passes by and points, asks her to leave her letter, and comes to her and says, I need, what you're trying to hide from me.
Mm-hmm.
And that for me was huge. Like, I
Sure.
just felt like I was on cloud nine, because if Swami didn't take the letter, there's a part of me that felt like he probably isn't going to take it, because my
Right.
parents are so strong
Sure.
against this, and his family was so strong against it, that it's probably not going to happen. He's probably going to reject the letter, and I probably need to be prepared to step back.
Okay, then
Because
they
you feel like your parents are always correct.
Sure.
So you're scared of making decisions against them. At least I was. I wasn't really a rebel. This was probably the most rebellious thing
Sure.
I did,
Okay.
growing up. So families are still not saying yes. We're still going on, and I'm still in school, so it's not like we're rushing to do anything and stuff. I'm in
Sure.
college now. And in 1995, Vicky goes to India in December, and I'm born in December.
And who is Vicky?
My husband.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband.
Okay.
So at the time, boyfriend.
I understand.
Right, at the time. And so he goes and he gives a letter asking the same thing. And his family's with him, his sister and his mom. Offers the letter to Swami, and Swami takes it. And then he offers another letter the next day, and Swami takes it. And I don't know if it's 3 letters that Swami took or if it was 4.
Okay.
But on December 22nd, 1995, which was my birthday, December 22nd, Vicky got Padanamaskar from Swami.
Nice.
And I mean, it wasn't a quick touch and go. He just let him, like, I don't know how many blessings you want. I don't know how you want me to, make you feel like, she's the one, and vice versa. And he came back in January from India. And a couple of days later, my father called the families over, and it was just a change of heart in everybody. A week before our wedding, my parents had hosted a bhajan before we start the festivities of the wedding.
Sure.
And I'm sitting in the middle of the altar. So Swami's right in front of me. The men are on one side and the ladies are on one side. Still nervous, even though Swami's taken my letter, Swami's given him Padanamaskar and taken his letters. But I'm still like, Swami, I need you to show me that I'm doing the right thing. Because there's a lot of soap opera and a lot of drama in the wedding, building up. And
Okay.
there's times that we're like, is this worth the fight? Like, is this worth us trying to get together? And I said, you need to show us, a sign that this is meant to be.
Sure.
And right there, it's almost like at the same time, my mom and I look at Swami's chair, and you see imprints of his feet,
Wow.
which my father didn't see. But my mom and I saw imprints of his feet and imprints of his butt sitting in the chair.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, we're trying to, like, are we seeing what we're seeing? Like, is this real? And that was like my first where Swami's in the air, but you can't see experience. Like, where Swami comes to bhajans, but you have to be able to genuinely feel that connection and things like that, which I had never felt before. It was just surreal. Like, it was just surreal. And my mom and I were crying through the rest of the bhajans. And somewhere in between, he left before Aarti, or at least he left the chair before Aarti. He might have been walking around, the rest
Sure.
of it. But that was very powerful. And it just kind of gave me the rest of the strength to get through the rest of it. Here we are. Got married in 1997, July
Wow.
11th. So,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
So nothing like when Swami puts a stamp on it, then the devotees will all fall in line, right? So-
Yes. We got married in our home. So the prayers, the actual ceremony was done in my parents' home.
Okay.
And my mother had something in her bedroom on her dresser to give me as we were about to leave after the ceremony was all done. And Swami's picture was in her room as well. And she comes up, and that picture is filled with Vibhuti, like a full big pile.
Wow.
And she runs back down and she calls all of us up. All of us means my brother, my sister, my father, my husband, Ricky, and myself. There's 200 people in the house probably, but everybody didn't, it was like,
Sure.
y'all need to come and see this. Like, y'all need to come and see this. And I had never seen, you hear stories
Sure.
that, people had Vibhuti in other people's homes. We had never seen that experience. We had never had that experience. But for me, it was like twice in a week, like we just had a prayer a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then this experience and the day of, and
That's
it just,
amazing.
yeah, it truly was. It gave us that, he's blessed us. You hear about weddings happening in Puttaparthi where, Swami kind of conducts them and things like that. And we didn't get that, but we got a lot.
Oh, you got an amazing blessing.
Yes, yes. He showered us with quite a few. So our very first Sai Bhajan, we're now married. We're living in the States. We moved to the States. We have our oldest daughter. His sister, brother-in-law, their 2 children, they are part of the Toronto Center, and they had come down to Nashville. His nephew plays amazing tabla. He's like a profound tabla player. And so we're having our first bhajan, and the vibration is so different because up until now we're just, using our hands and randomly playing. We don't have instruments.
Oh, okay.
And we don't really have...
It's a small group and it's still
We were a very small group.
Sure.
And a small group of singers, very hardcore devotees, but not necessarily very good singers per se.
I see.
And now we have some good singers that have come.
Right.
And I'm sitting in the front. My nephew's sitting on the men's side playing the tabla. And we both look up at Swami's picture. That's actually a photograph. It's not a poster or anything. And while bhajans are happening, Swami's hands are like doing this number.
As if he's a tabla player or something?
As if he's just enjoying the bhajans
Okay,
and just blessing us. And he's happy and, smiling and all the things. And I'm just like looking at this, like, am I delusional? Am I seeing
Was
this?
that the only thing moving in the picture?
The only thing
Was
moving
just his
was
hand?
his fingers.
Huh.
Yeah, just his fingers.
Wow.
And I look at my nephew, and my nephew's like this. So he's seeing it too.
He's locked in on it.
He's locked in on it. And we're like, oh my goodness. And my sister-in-law, she's not seeing it. His mom. She's not seeing it. My husband saw it. And we're just like, but not everybody is seeing this. So he's just giving a few of us this darshan. But the picture has stayed blurry since. It never, like, he didn't leave it the way we found it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
that's an amazing experience.
yeah.
So it was experienced by at least 3 people in that audience. Was there anyone else there? Or how many
There was a
people were
lot
there?
of people there, but we didn't stop bhajans or start
didn't
talking
have- yeah,
about
no,
it
of
or
course
anything
not.
like that.
You definitely wouldn't want to stop.
No, it's just what we saw, and just it was just for a couple of minutes, but it was enough.
Yeah. But it was definitive because you all experienced it without any prior concept of it, and all of a sudden it was just happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was he in time? Was his hand moving in time to the beat and everything?
Oh yeah, totally. Like he was having a ball. He was having a ball.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yes.
So you have all these experiences, and you took up the initiative to be the first president of the Nashville Center, which means you were working.
I didn't take it up.
Yeah.
We were talking about slaps earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So our sweet, Mina auntie's passed away, but she was trying so hard. We had bhajans at a senior devotees here, Marpa uncle and auntie. We would have bhajans in their home, and we had study circle at Mina auntie's home on the weekends. We have always been tiny but mighty, but nobody wanted to step forward to be president, and it was just too scary of a thing. And who was ready, for that?
That's a big job, and it's a much scarier job. Well, let me not say that. I'll just leave it. But it can be very daunting. We'll just leave it.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. And so I have this dream where we're in Puttaparthi and everybody's coming. Swami, give us something to do. And Swami is like literally sitting on the chair, like very aggressively. And he's like, you go do this and you go do that. And he's got both his hands going. And I'm like, Swami, tell me something to do. And he's ignoring me. And I'm like, Swami, like, tell me something to do. And he's going on and telling everybody else something to do. And I said, Swami, what about me? And tell me something to do. And oh, that look. Tell you something to do? I've been saying something for you to do over and over again. And you've not been listening to me. And now you want to come and show off in front of everybody else. Swami, tell me what to do. And I mean, he was angry and furious. The look that he gave me, I, like, terrified, woke up in sweats.
Mm.
And I want to say that it's probably like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I called Minanti, woke her up, and I said, I'll do it. And she says, what are you talking about? And I said, I will be the president.
Wow.
Because she asked so many times.
Such an intense dream. Yeah.
It sure was.
Well, you stood up to it and you took on the responsibility. And
Yeah, did the best that I could.
I'm sure that he worked through you and things happened the way they needed to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If someone were to ask you and you wanted to tell them the truth as best you understand it, for you, who is Sai Baba?
Oh my, who is Sai Baba? That's a very good question. My savior.
That comes from your heart. Yeah.
Yeah. He's my father. He's my best friend. He's always saving me. If I didn't have him in my life, if I didn't have him, leading me, guiding me, oh, that just sounds scary.
Sure. If someone was new to Swami and didn't know much about him, and you could give one teaching or example of his that has meant a lot to you, what teaching would it be and why?
Love is always the answer. You can never be wrong by loving somebody too much. It's hard,
Yeah.
but it's really easy.
It's both.
Yeah.
And that is something that Swami's always talking about.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the reason for the main slogan of the Sai organization, love all,
Serve all.
serve all.
Yep.
Jai Sai Ram, Anita.
Jai Sai Ram.
Thanks so much for being with us and
Thank
sharing
you
your
so much for this
experiences.
opportunity.